Hello, hello. We're starting a new journey.
It appears we are almost ready to depart. It's a pity we didn't have a bit more time to spend on spellcasting. I presume you've been practicing the spells we worked on.
I have, Professor.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never seen anyone take so quickly to a second-hand wand. You'll be a force to be reckoned with when you get your own.
Thank you, Professor Fig. I appreciate you working with me before the term begins.
Oh, Eleazar!
George, glad my rather cryptic description of our location did not thwart your finding us.
I've apparated to more vaguely defined destinations than this. Though I confess I may have miscalculated slightly on my first try. Gave quite the fright to some theatergoers in the West End.
It's been much too long. When I received your owl, I must say I...
Best not speak here, Eleazar.
Of course. Why don't we speak en route to Hogwarts?
You never played this
We have
one?
a starter
Did you ever
fee
play
feast
any of
and
the
a sorting ceremony
older
to
Harry
get
Potter
to.
games?
Wonderful idea. As long as your young charge here doesn't mind me tagging along.
Not at all, sir.
After you.
Ages since I'd been to the castle. Would be good to see the old pile of rocks.
Nah, I'd count it. The Lego games are pretty great, though. It's hard to top Lego games. Like the older ones. I know nothing about newer Lego games. But I know I enjoyed the old, like, Star Wars ones. But for this, I think they did a really good job of their attention to detail for Hogwarts itself.
Before you left for Scotland. Just barely.
And who is your traveling companion?
A new student.
New?
Yes, sir. I'm starting school as a 5th year.
How extraordinary.
It is indeed. None of the faculty has ever heard of anyone being admitted to Hogwarts so late.
Nor have I.
Of course, as the other 5th years will have been honing their magical skills for 4 years now, the headmaster asked if I could get our new student up to speed a bit before the term begins.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better mentor. Professor Fig is not only an exceptional teacher, he's also a remarkably intuitive and gifted wizard.
Mr. Osric is prone to flattery.
Yeah, I am
I did
replaying
say
it.
it's one of the reasons he's risen so far at the
It'll
ministry.
be my 4th playthrough, because I wanted to do a playthrough for each house
Have you
anyway.
seen this?
So we're doing Hufflepuff. So I believe Hufflepuff is the
Opinions
least
differ as to how
chosen
great a threat
house.
Ranrock really is.
Although I've yet to convince my colleagues at the Ministry, I believe he is a significant threat. And it was your wife, Eleazar, who alerted me to his activities months ago.
Eleazar is such a
Miriam.
cool name.
How?
She wrote to me about Ranrock before she died, wondering what the Ministry knew about his activities. Before I could respond, I received this. It was the last thing she sent me, Eleazar. It came to me via her owl, but with no correspondence. I can only assume
That she had to get rid of it quickly. To keep it safe.
presumably from Ranrock. I cannot open it. Whatever magic protects this is powerful indeed.
It looks like goblin metal. That symbol.
What's the glow?
I don't see a glow.
Nor do I. Merlin's beard. How did you...
Wait! We do.
I chose a pearl? Yes.
Hang on!
Well, I would be a witch if I was at Hogwarts, so I chose a witch.
The key! Give me your hand! Are you alright? You're hurt.
It is a great
Perhaps
game.
a bit.
I'm looking forward to
Take
playing through
this.
it for the stream.
It's Wiggenweld potion. That stuff will right you in a second.
And the story is decently long, but not so long that I think I shouldn't be able to finish it before Rebirth. Yeah, I heard that they're going to be making a second. Hopefully. Fingers
can't
crossed that
believe
they do. With a bigger budget,
What the
too.
hell got into that damn thing? Attacking a carriage mid-air? A typical dragon would never.
Professor? Sir, where are we?
I'm not sure. But that key you discovered was clearly a port key.
Port key?
An item enchanted to bring whoever touches it to a specific place.
I will say, playing it on PC,
I'm feeling better, sir. If you'd like to
it
look
feels
around
more
a bit.
natural to me
I would.
than playing with a controller, but there's
stay
definitely
close.
parts that feel like
We've no
awkward
idea who
playing
created
on
this port
PC.
key. Or why.
How far did that port key take us?
Farther from London than the carriage travelled. We're somewhere in the Scottish Highlands.
Sir, those ruins. Do you
The
think...
port key was meant to lead us there? I do. This has not been the day either of us expected. But Miriam sent that port key to George for a reason. And I believe that she, and now George, died in pursuit of whatever it was meant to lead to. If you're sure you're all right and wouldn't mind
Hey,
indulging
hey.
me, I'd like to have a
I
look
didn't
around.
say PC
Absolutely,
isn't
sir.
better.
Let's see if we can find a path, however faded it may be.
Yeah, I have my Xbox controller still plugged in, so as long as the
Watch your
cat doesn't
step.
knock it over, we should be good.
Where do you suppose your wife got the port key that brought us here?
A good question. Miriam spent years searching for evidence of a long-forgotten form of ancient magic.
Ancient magic?
Yes, a powerful magic wielded by a rare few that seems to have been lost to time. Hogwarts Castle was built by, and is itself a stronghold of that ancient magic. I don't know where she came into possession of the port key, but I am certain it was to do with that search. Ah, there's the path down below. This way.
But sir, why was your wife searching for evidence of lost magic?
Miriam wanted to understand.
It's funny
why
because I
such
grew up
powerful
playing on
magic
consoles. I've only had a
disappeared
PC
from
for
the wizarding
like,
world. Spoke of the good it could
I
do.
want to say 4 or 5
But
years
magic
now.
is no different
maybe?
than any power. What really matters
But I
is the one
definitely
who
prefer
wields it.
PC now. Partially because you can definitely get cheaper games on PC.
Is that ice?
There's a lot more
It's
sales
not
going
cold
on more
enough here.
frequently.
It appears to be a sort of enchantment. Someone wanted to block this path. Let's see some of that one work you were practicing. Focus on the center.
I agree. The replayability would have been way better. Thankfully though, they actually have released content on PC that wasn't
Excellent.
available before. I think PlayStation got it first, where you guys had the Haunted Hogsmeade quest and stuff like that.
That was a bit rougher than I'd expected. Your one work's improving with every cast.
Thank you, sir.
Ah, up there.
I have to wait till he jumps.
We're close now. It's just ahead.
Yeah, when the game launched, me and Big Coffee Bean actually pre-ordered it, so we do have the extra, like, special stuff. Not like the Kelpie robe. I don't know what that was for.
Steady yourself.
I don't know if it was like a
Reparo!
deluxe edition or if it was just something else entirely. But besides the Kelpie robe, I have like the Onyx Hippogriff and things like that. So that'll be really fun when we get to it.
Almost there.
But I opened the game the other day because we started watching Chamber of Secrets. No, Philosopher's Stone, and I was like, no, I gotta play Hogwarts Legacy again.
Why would someone have built this here?
I suspect they valued their privacy.
And even though like I know the story, it genuinely kind of felt like I was playing
Let's have a look around for
it for the
anything
first
that
time again.
seems out of
So.
place.
It'll be really nice to play it with you all. It'll be exciting.
Professor, it's a mural of some kind.
Perhaps our host was a noted seer. Interesting.
Professor, this statue...
This may have been his home.
That enchanted crystallized stone again. But what could it be blocking? What's this? Professor Fig!
Yeah, I think the most replayability that comes in this game is trying to play through again in a different house, because it doesn't have a huge change,
How odd. Why would someone have conjured that
but it
enchanted
does
stone
change,
here?
I think, your
And
second
how is there a room behind
quest
it?
in
What
regards
room?
to the ancient magic.
I don't see anything.
There's that glow again, like the glow on the portkey container.
What in Merlin's name? Godric's heart.
Where are we?
I don't believe it.
Hello?
Yeah, I would say the base story, like if you don't do any exploring or anything like that, it does feel really short.
It can't be.
Just a moment.
One thing I did notice, since like the last time I actually did a full playthrough, they upgraded like the expressions on characters' faces and stuff from the last time I played.
Welcome to Gringotts Wizarding Bank. Vault number 12, I presume.
Precisely.
The key?
Your wife's portkey.
Oh, yes, of course.
This
Yeah, the
way,
crafting
then.
and collecting and things like that, that was good.
Stay close.
My favorite part was the vivarium, which it takes so long to get to.
After you. inside the cards, if you don't wish to lose them.
How many vaults are there in Gringotts?
Hundreds. In fact, you'll see quite a few on our way to vault number 12. As we speak, we're just beneath the main lobby. The vaults you see now are the newest.
Are private entrances to the bank common at Gringotts?
They are most uncommon. Only one with great wealth or power, or both, could have arranged for such a service.
I'm so sorry if anyone gets motion sick from stuff like this.
You'll want to take a breath.
A what? That waterfall washes away all enchantments. It's a security measure.
Experienced the thief's downfall before, have you?
Heard of it?
These are the lower vaults that we're passing now.
How deep are we going?
Vault number 12 was commissioned shortly after Gringotts was founded over 4 centuries ago. It resides in the deepest part of the bank. Settle in. We've quite a distance to go.
Vault number?
Vault 12. Momentous day.
On your way.
That's fair. I do feel like a lot of them were pretty easy. There's some that genuinely get me sometimes, but overall I wouldn't say they're overly difficult, no.
Professor, the armband that guard was wearing was glowing.
Like the glow you saw on the portkey container?
No, darker. I saw that same glow on the dragon's collar.
Yeah, what was that?
We were just wondering about that goblin back there.
He watches over the oldest section of the bank. Rare anyone goes there anymore. Here we are.
When was the last time this vault was accessed?
A goblin has been stationed at my desk for hundreds of years. In that time, no one has visited Vault 12 until today.
See you around.
Vault 12.
Thank you for your help.
I'm gonna be so rich by the time we get to Hogsmeade.
What do you suppose we should be looking for?
I'm not sure. Sir, I wonder if you
The
might...
instructions for Vault 12 indicate that I am to grant access to the holder of the key and then close the door.
Wait.
Best of luck.
Professor?
That was certainly unexpected. Let me think. There must be something here. Revelio, perhaps.
Revelio?
Yes, a revealing charm. No time like the present. Let's see what we're missing, shall we? Ready your wand and focus.
Revelio. There! I saw something.
Move a bit closer and try again.
A door.
Well, that's a start. There's that symbol again. I don't suppose you see a way to...
I do, Professor. That symbol has the same glow as the one I saw in the portkey container.
If what you can see reveals the way forward, then I dare say we are about to discover the secret of this vault. Lead the way. Lumos. This is no ordinary vault. I suspect we will need to earn our way out of here.
What do you mean, earn our way out? Do you think this is some sort of test?
I do. But to what end, I can't say. Stay close. There will be no disapparating if things go poorly. Not out of Gringotts.
Which is probably exactly why they put it here.
I see something up ahead.
What is it?
That glow again, but on the floor.
Lumos! What happened?
When I moved towards the glow, it suddenly seemed as if the ground was swirling about.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
You seem to have caused the floor to change.
That statue.
What statue?
I see some sort of statue, but only as a reflection in the floor. Revelio.
I presume this is what you saw reflected in the floor.
It is. The reflection's still there, but the statue's positions don't match. Wait. When you moved, the reflection turned in the direction of the light.
Perhaps you should cast Lumos.
I'm also playing with compression gloves on right now. So please forgive my awkward mouse movements. Because it catches on the edge of my desk a lot.
Lumos.
Well done.
Now the reflection is turning towards me. It does follow the light.
Look out!
Protego!
Accio! Descendo! Levioso! Deposo!
I guess it does kind of seem like Hermione's voice.
Expulso! Levioso!
Stupid!
Expulso! Expulso! Descendo! Lumos!
Lumos.
Stay close!
Revelio. Lumos. Professor? Professor Fig! Professor, where are you? This isn't good. Where am I supposed to go? Revelio. What's happening? The wisps of magic seem to be leading me somewhere. Revelio. Lumos. Oh, that's where they're leading me. That glow again. Revelio. I suppose I'm on my own this time. It seems I have no choice. I'm going to have to fight my way out of here. Protego! Stupefy! Stupefy! Revelio.
So far, so good.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
I think one of my favorite things about this game, though, is that everything that you see in the story and everywhere else, it just very much fits Hogwarts and, like, what you would expect to see at Hogwarts. It doesn't ever feel like it's super awkward or they just made something up for the sake of making something up.
There you are. How did you... What is this place?
I don't know. But I found this floating above that basin.
That is no mere basin. That is a pensive for viewing memories. I wonder... Follow my lead.
All is in place.
The portkey is well hidden.
Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created...
May be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can.
Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, the witch or wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge, and the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
That's what you're seeing. The glow that surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Astonishing.
Can I see magic?
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise. The magic
That's
that
actually,
Miriam
for my
had
Ravenclaw
always
playthrough,
believed
that's what me and
existed.
Big Coffee Bean have been doing, but it's not
But
a
could
co-op
never.
game. So we've just been playing, like, side by side, like,
Miriam,
on his
and
PC,
perhaps
on me on
George.
mine.
Died in pursuit of knowledge that has been dormant for centuries. And you, it seems, are the key to understanding why. We were...
It all looks rather different than it did a moment ago.
Someone's coming.
Who were they?
I don't know. But, sir, you shouldn't be in here.
I was right.
Ranrock.
Seems my reputation precedes me. I was beginning to think no one was ever going to visit Rackham's Vault.
And why are you here?
No need for that. Just give me whatever it is you found here and we can let bygones be bygones.
Sir, they have the key to the vault.
Choose your next words wisely.
I only meant that the instructions to Vault 12 were quite
This
clear.
poor guy.
Sir, I must insist. I was to grant access only to one with the key, and you didn't have.
I have no patience for traitors. Now, where were we?
I'm not giving you anything.
Well, perhaps your young friend here will be more helpful.
I know a way out.
Are you all right?
Fine, sir.
I've never seen so powerful a goblin. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
Where are we?
It can't be. It seems those who set up the pensive, the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability to end up here. Come. We have a sorting ceremony to get to.
Oh, I'm so excited to play this. I've already played it before, but I'm excited to play it again.
Oh, good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony? Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough! Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. Oh, but you're brave at heart, exceptionally daring, undaunted by the unknown.
So I did connect
Willing
my
to
account
forge ahead alone when you
that like you take the quiz and it gives you like your wand,
Perhaps
your
you
Patronus,
belong
and
in
all of that.
Gryffindor.
Which I did it twice. I had 2 separate accounts. This one was Gryffindor. But we are not going to Gryffindor today. We are going to Hufflepuff.
And your loyalty to a friend delayed your arrival here this evening. Better be Hufflepuff!
That was my knuckle.
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled.
It really is a shame they actually never ended up adding Quidditch into the
Enough.
game.
It's not
They
as though
made
I've
a
banned
separate
flying
game
altogether, but
for Quidditch.
don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you.
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way. It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a 5th year. Might be a bit of work, but I'm sure that's never stopped you before.
It hasn't, Professor.
Now, here we are at the entrance to the Hufflepuff common room.
This is the entrance?
Indeed. I will explain what to do, but I hesitate to do it myself as one errant knock leads to being doused in vinegar. Most unpleasant. You must tap the barrel, 2 from the bottom, middle of the 2nd row, in the rhythm of Helga Hufflepuff. Well done. Now go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
I can only imagine how many kids were so excited about this game. Or just people in general, like anyone that waited for their letter from Hogwarts when they were like 12.
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
Whoa. That wasn't in my other common room.
Revelio.
Now is when I just kind of start stealing everybody's stuff, but that's fine. We don't need to worry about that.
I swear it wasn't what you think, my cherub. Your eyes deceived you.
Oh, hello. She's awfully regal, isn't she? Is that your owl? I don't know whose she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway. Wait, you're the new 5th year. Quite the dramatic entrance you made. Can't imagine wanting to call
I definitely
attention to
recommend
yourself,
giving it a play
especially
too.
since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know. I'm really not worried. I'm sure I'll be fine. Nevertheless, it is rather unusual. You must feel terribly out of place. Of course, presumably, as a hard-working Hufflepuff, you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm hard-working too, as you might suspect. But sometimes I think I should have been a Ravenclaw. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you. You've such a lot to do. It was nice meeting you, Lenora. Of course. Adieu.
Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong. Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
That one is true. Not the typical start to a new school.
That's dreadful. Well, I'm glad you made it here alive. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day.
Thank you, Adelaide. Be seeing you.
Of course, and good luck.
Arthur's got you. You don't need to be frightened, little cat.
I can't quite reach.
Come on, you went that way.
Hope they can catch him. Big castle for a student to get lost in, let alone a cat. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes. Welcome to Hufflepuff, by the way. Really glad to have you in our house. I'm Arthur.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Was that your cat?
No, one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother doesn't think too highly of them, especially magical ones.
I have no idea what kind of pet I would have. It would probably just be Ghost. If I had a familiar at Hogwarts, it would be Ghost.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, Glumbumbles, Bowtruckles. I thought they were only pictures in books before. Well, Dad did bring home a Puffskein once. Mum was furious. Anyway, I better go make sure the first years caught that cat. Don't want them to be late on their first day.
Nice meeting you, Arthur. And good luck finding that cat.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle yourself.
I make no promises.
Is the
I
new
have no
Hufflepuff
sense
out
of
bed
direction.
yet? Professor Weasley's waiting for them outside the common room.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs?
Owls? Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
Genuinely, she hands you a book that opens and just throws its pages everywhere, and she's like, yep, have fun going and picking all that up.
What is it? It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Revelio.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I
But
was a student.
there's something there.
Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep
Professor Weasley, you clearly have zero respect for the pottery around here.
Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Rumored to contain some of Helga Hufflepuff's original creations, this book holds a collection of Hogwarts students' favorite recipes over the centuries. Some dishes, like pickled dirigible plums, are likely an acquired taste. A house elf recipe book. You've just unlocked a field guide challenge. Your progress towards completing challenges appears here. It shows your experience. Most of your experience you get through doing all of these tiers and collecting all of the pages.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
If you explore enough before you head to Hogsmeade, you can basically be level like 7 or 8 before you even leave the grounds.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Hogwarts is divided into 2 main areas. The left side of the map is where students and professors live. It includes the House Common Rooms and the Great Hall. In this view, you can see flue flames available. Gray are undiscovered, and green represent ones you've found. Hey, how's it going? The right side of the map is where you'll find academic points of interest, including the Astronomy Tower, Library, and greenhouses.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
Yeah, as it turns out, my character here is great at lying.
I did my best, but
much unlike myself, I am a
fairly
horrible
certain
liar.
She suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
That's your main story quest. Completing the quest will further the story. Unlock features, grant experience. You can get new spells by completing assignments, and you can track your quests with right-click.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies.
For once, it's a game
including
where,
your
like, the
own
mechanics
one.
of how stuff
You'll
works
enjoy
can just be
Mr.
explained away with
Ollivander.
magic.
He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Okay. Which one did I actually track? Defend. Defense against the dark arts. Yes. Yes. Okay. So, fun fact, these start at 0, not 1. So that's 2 and 11, so that's 13. So I need not 7, I need 8. And then the other one is 9 and 5. So I need 3.
Revelio.
The statue of Gregory the Smarmy. The statue, with an ingratiating grin, depicts the medieval wizard Gregory the Smarmy, the wizard famous for inventing Gregory's unctuous unction, a potion that makes the drinker believe whoever gave them the potion is their best friend. Yikes. The Central Hall Fountain. This ornate fountain features intricately carved statues of denizens of the magical world, including a set of stone sirens encircling the fountain's base.
This cannot possibly be as difficult as it seems. Hello, Lenora. What are you looking at? Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason.
It's called beer or wine. Yeah. Sounds about right.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing. I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have.
Well, then maybe you should be happy you're in Hufflepuff and not in Ravenclaw.
I should look around in case it's nearby. This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it? Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
Have you ever visited any of
Ha! I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame. Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting. You did? How? I'm afraid I can't tell you, Lenora. Surely you jest. You should have worked it out on your own. You have nerve. Especially since I'm the one who told you about it in the first place.
Sorry, Lenora. I'm on a mission to be as evil as I can.
Solving a riddle that I mentioned and then not telling me the answer.
Well, then, where's the fun in you solving the mystery yourself, Lenora? Could have sworn there was another puzzle in here. Maybe not. The Wyvern Fountain. This fountain in the Transfiguration Courtyard has a likeness of a wyvern on top and serves as a relaxing place for students to gather. Despite rumors to the contrary, possibly started by Sir Cadogan, this is most assuredly not meant to be the Wyvern of Wye, slain by the lively knight in spite of himself. The one thing that takes, like, the longest, I think, is getting the Alohomora spells. Painting of Ilias. This painting depicts the young orphan wizard Ilias. Why can't I say it? I just said it. Who famously saved his entire village from an army of Dementors and the dark wizard Raxidian by conjuring a mouse Patronus.
Why do students always frown? Peeves should burn the castle down.
Well, that's a little extreme, Peeves. Maybe not burning the place down just yet. Defense against the dark arts, I'm pretty sure is right up here.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented it.
Stand by! Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge.
Coincidentally,
To the
will
wise,
also
age
teach someone
matters
how somebody
very
got all their cars.
Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
People don't get that joke.
A levitation
I understand.
charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
The blind student that she just pulled the rug out from under him, basically.
Let us begin with the basic cast.
What's his name? Ominous Gaunt.
See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember.
Levioso.
Good. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso.
Good form.
I know. Nothing lucky about it.
This stupid tiger.
Levioso. That's just
I do enjoy a lively duel.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
He's just upset because I did better than him.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day.
Nice work.
Revelio.
There's a lock. Man. The Hebridean Black Skeleton. This large dragon skeleton that hangs in the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom is allegedly a trophy taken by Professor Hecat after she single-handedly defeated one of the largest poaching rings in eastern Wales during the Great Poacher Raid of 1878, which she just let us know a moment ago. I'm so glad that information just reiterates that.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
And it wasn't even my own one, Sebastian. Sucks to suck, huh?
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Okay, and then we need to get the Accio charm from our charms class.
Nice to see you, my young friend. Revelio.
Augury skeleton. Whoa, my brain just like imploded for a second. This is a skeleton of an Irish phoenix or augury, an intensely shy bird who can forecast the coming of rain and whose mournful cry was once believed to foretell death.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure by normal
Hello,
standards
I
I would
am
be
Letty.
considered a muggle.
So you are the new student. Have you
I'm
met
not
Professor
a
Ronan?
magic user in any sense.
Shall we begin?
It'd be pretty cool if I was a mudblood.
Welcome to year 5 of charms.
That would
now, this
insinuate
will be a
that I do
crucial
have magic
year
in my family.
your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone?
I love the absolute look of confusion on my character's face when he says that too.
I'm afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio. That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of
Teachers
fresh
that get
air.
this excited about teaching are
After
the
me.
best kinds of teachers to me. Like, I had a history professor once, and history was always my least favorite course. I just couldn't get interested in it, no matter what. But that was a 3-hour-long lecture class, and it was by far the most fun class I had ever had.
I've always found that fun
And it
goes
was a
hand
night
in
class
hand
on
with
top of it.
mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. Hmm?
So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Hmm? Eh?
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres. Splendid! Now, think of this like...
Oh, I can't
That's
see it. Don't fall. Don't fall. Amazing.
Very good. Not to worry. Very good. Points to Hufflepuff. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Be sharp. There we go.
Accio!
Splendid!
Here we go! Yes!
Why'd she have to pull it at an angle like that, though?
Well done. Watch this. Phew.
Accio!
A perfect score. Remarkable.
I don't know, maybe I am a mudblood. That's why I'm doing so well in the game
Let's
right
make
now.
this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let
What
us
is she
see this.
looking at?
That is how it's done.
Accio!
Excellent control there.
Here we go!
There we go. Brilliant. Be sharp.
Yes! Accio!
That's it. Very good, both of you. Well done.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
That's really cool.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
But I'm on a mission to be the most
I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you.
disliked
Better not keep
Hufflepuff
him
I think
waiting.
it's ever existed.
Until next time.
Of course, you can use
A word, if you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon
Thank you.
regarding a special
I tried to make it
assignment
look
that I am preparing for
similar
you.
to what I've drawn for the character for my stream and my channel as a whole.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you? Hello. You wanted to speak to me.
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Thank you, but it really wasn't all that challenging.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be a bit overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I find Professor Ronan's lessons a bit more challenging than you do.
Thank you.
Revelio.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of
And by the end of
1752?
it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my
7.
goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling
I'm
lies.
not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Oh,
There you are. Okay.
Peeves, you'll get us in trouble.
in trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot, and he says it's a flag.
Peeves!
Yeah, it's a
enough.
pretty good game.
You'll get us all detention.
I remember when it first came out, I was having a lot of performance issues, but it seems like they've really ironed out a lot of the problems they were having. This is locked, I think. Yeah.
Lumos.
It would have been so nice if I had had a charm like that to carry my books when I was a kid. think I'm supposed to go talk to Professor Weasley. Somewhere. Where is she? Side quests are now available. They can be found inside regions of Hogwarts marked as flags and discovered by exploring the world. They reward XP, but do not advance the main story. That's not all that surprising. Side quests typically do not progress story. That's why we have story quests.
Sebastian took that dueling loss rather gamely.
Leviosa!
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
You're getting nothing from me,
more,
lady.
Professor. I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows
I can
the
hardly
area.
be evil
He'll keep
and
you
friends
well
with a
clear
Gryffindor.
of any
I'm
of
so sorry,
Victor
Natsai.
Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and
I
his
think you still end up being
associates,
friends with her
including his
either way.
right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Revelio.
Is there no other? Oh, he's gonna give me Reparo. Nice. Oh, it's Ghost. For anyone curious, this is what my cat looks like. He is an orange tabby. He fooled me. I named him Ghost because when he was a kitten, his fur was really, really light.
There you are.
And then he got older and his fur darkened a lot.
You have a
And
new
I was like,
spell
oh,
to teach
well,
me,
Ghost doesn't
Professor.
quite fit you now,
Indeed
does
I
it?
do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Yeah, he really
I'll
did.
start on the task right away, Professor.
He said knocking things over here is no longer enough. I need to knock over everything at Hogwarts too.
Got it. A flying page must be around here somewhere. Brilliant.
I trust the preliminary...
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
I feel like the world would have a lot more to fear if ghosts could fly.
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Okay. Oh. Actually, speaking of, I'll probably start equipping some of the stuff I've picked up. Okay.
Revelio.
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Flattened armor. This set of armor belonged to Sir Skagglethorpe, the heedless who unwisely challenged a mountain troll to a game of musical chairs. Most unfortunate.
Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, my new charge. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmeade for them. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the castle since I arrived.
Well, I shall endeavour to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we? was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you. Speaking of Weasley, she seems to have taken quite a shine to you.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
I've only ever been to detention, I think, once.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case.
It's because I did homework for somebody.
And I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
And she was performing so poorly in school that they actually caught us.
Librarian's bad side.
Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient. Merlin's beard from the Forbidden Forest. Look!
What's going on?
See for yourself. Quite a sight, isn't it? You certainly don't see that every day.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already made.
To the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds to all students.
Hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities. Ah, you can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead.
Why are we jogging? Why are we in such a rush? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm glad we're jogging.
Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle?
But it's clearly taking its toll on Sebastian. He's completely winded.
It is that. I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface. Loads to see, places to discover.
Oh, any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at dueling. I've always thought Thestrals pulling a carriage a bit grim. Though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
But you can see them.
Unfortunately. But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too. Most notably that dragon attack. Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful.
Well, don't hope that, Sebastian. This is a video game we're talking about here. I hope things do happen. Ghost, you're also out here.
Mr. Moon! He's the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Mr. Sallow. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did, Mr. Moon?
Guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
A demi-guise? I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, but he's obviously had too much of it. I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state. Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Oh, is your sister in Slytherin too?
She is, or rather, she was. She's not well at the moment, but she'll be better soon and back at Hogwarts.
They do a really good job of setting up the story without it being, like,
Honestly, if one could bottle the magic of this place...
overly obvious what
I don't know
is
if it's
gonna
the
happen.
shops or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade.
Revelio.
We all flock to it like moths to a flame.
Ceridwen's precarious cauldrons. This precariously stacked set of cauldrons outside Ceridwen's advertises the shop's wares. It should be noted that stacking cauldrons in this fashion, while admittedly eye-catching, is ill-advised for anyone wishing to brew a potion of any intended effect.
So how would you like to do this? Weasley told me you had a list of things to get, a wand and some other bits.
Yes, dittany seeds, some spellcrafts, and some potion recipes.
Perfect. Can't wait to see what you do with the new wand. And a short list gives you plenty of time to poke around the village. I just have to pop into a shop to find something for my sister. Let's meet up in the town circle when you're finished. Remember, have fun. It's Hogsmeade.
Oh. These are the 4 places I need to go to. Thank you.
Revelio.
Ollivander's Wand Shop. Wands of a variety of woods and all manner of flexibility, each possessing one of 3 magical cores, choose their owners in this cozy, cluttered shop run by the amiable and knowledgeable Gerbold. Or is it Gerbold? Ollivander. In the profession of wandcraft since 382 BC, the Ollivander family are considered the best wand makers in Britain, if not the world. Pretty sure it's the world.
Merlin's blooming beard, not again.
I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time.
Well, you're our new 5th-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps. Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try. Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it.
And then this is what I got from the quiz I did online. Which honestly... yeah. No, I'm happy with that. Don't need to adjust anything.
What do you think? Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future.
Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match? Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
I would imagine so. A wand with a dragon heartstring core is capable of dazzling magic. And the bond between you and your wand should only grow stronger. Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again if ever I can be of further assistance.
Revelio.
I think I've already looted the shop. You only had the one chest. And that's locked.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
It's somewhere around here.
Here. Revelio.
Ooh. Loot. Potion. That'll actually be very useful.
Lumos.
I do like that doing these give you XP, so that way you don't have to... It doesn't feel like a grind, really. It's just about everything you do gives you XP.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Oh, this is not where I thought I was going.
Lumos.
Don't mind me. Thank you. I feel like that would definitely be further than I anticipated going. I also just didn't even go to the right location. This is why we have maps.
Well, hello there.
Revelio.
The Magic Neep Cart. This cart belongs to Timothy Teasdale, who runs the Magic Neep. He enjoys being in the thick of things and engaging with customers outside the shop.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the seeds Professor Weasley arranged for me to collect.
Oh, the dittany for the new 5th year. I take it that's you then. Merlin's beard. Starting Hogwarts as a 5th year. You must be positively reeling from it all.
Not at all. I'm choosing to see it all as one big adventure.
Well, bravo! Not everyone has the temperament to take things as they come. Name's Timothy Teasdale, by the way, and this is my shop, the Magic Neep. I keep the cart out here because I like a good chat. Can't very well be in the thick of things if I'm hidden away inside now, can I?
I suppose not.
In addition to seeds, I have plenty of plants. Grow everything myself. My speciality is potion ingredients. Even Pippin purchases from me. But what say we get you a packet of Dittany seeds? Do have a look around. Plenty of ingredients to pique your interest, I'd wager.
I don't need to hold on to these because there is an inventory limit. Okay. There's also Tomes and Scrolls and the potion shop, which I think are not too far from each other. Oh, they are. They're opposite sides of the town from each other.
Welcome to J. Pippin's Potions.
Revelio.
J. Pippin's Potions. J. Pippin's Potions, established in 1753, is the apothecary in Hogsmeade where proprietor Perry Pippin sells a wide variety of potions and their ingredients.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, thank goodness. When I heard the bell, I thought you were Miss Lawang. Not that she deigns to come here. Though, I don't believe I've seen your face here before, either.
It's my first time in Hogsmeade, actually.
Is it really? Well, Perry Pippin at your service. And this is J. Pippin's Potions. Potions for all ailments. You'll have read it on the sign, of course, but Grandfather always made me say it in full. How may I help you today?
Professor Weasley sent me to collect some recipes. I'm new at Hogwarts.
You're the student she sent the owl about. I set your things aside immediately. I suspected if you're anything like I was at your age, you'd want your potion supplies. Is it not the most fascinating art, potion making? Rivals anything you can do with a wand, I've always said.
Are potions really that versatile?
They may not be as showy as spellwork, but make no mistake, they are just as powerful. They can heal, destroy, protect. You'll discover all of this soon enough. As it's your first time in, I should mention that it's not just potion recipes I sell. I also offer ready-made drafts for all manner of uses, and I unveil new ones from time to time. Pop in when you can so you don't miss out on anything. But for now, let's get you those recipes, shall we? Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another time if you're in a rush today.
Okay, I'm gonna need this and this. And that's actually all I have enough for, but that's for a later assignment that we get from our potions professor.
Revelio.
I'm already walking away from it, aren't I? Yes.
an inquiring mind.
I'm really glad they don't mind that I just steal from their shops. Excuse me, sir.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the spellcrafts Professor Weasley ordered.
Matilda's student. I thought I might be seeing you soon. I am the proprietor here, Thomas Brown. I take it you've had a conjuring lesson then?
I'm afraid I haven't yet, sir.
Ah, but you will soon enough. It is magic at its purest, creating something out of nothing. Of course, it is not without complexity, but that is where my spellcrafts come in. Stay the course, and you could soon impress even Professor Weasley.
That's certainly something to aspire to, Mr. Brown. I look forward to that day.
And I, too, seeing it. Spellcrafts are incredibly useful for conjuring unique items like custom pieces of furniture or decoration. But I shall let Professor Weasley do the teaching. For now, let's get the spellcrafts you need. A potting table and a potion station, yes?
I believe so, sir.
Good. Nothing like being able to grow your own ingredients and brew what you want when you want. Let's have a look. If you're interested, feel free to take a look around at the rest of my inventory.
Well, that's everything. Better go and find Sebastian.
And equip the new stuff I have, because it is higher defense. I haven't gotten a wand handle yet.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Nifty.
Revelio. Accio.
Gladrag's Wizardwear. Founded in 1750 and with locations in Paris, London, and Hogsmeade, Gladrag's offers a variety of wizarding garments and accessories. Mr. Augustus Hill and his associate, Otto Dibble, happily help all those who wander into the shop, enjoying, in particular, the challenge of the customer with less fashion sense than most.
I officially have all of my supplies.
Excellent.
Did you get what you needed for your sister?
I did. So I suppose the world is our oyster now. Let's see what else we can get up to.
Draw it away from the building! Away from the village!
at it. We'll wear them down eventually. Let me open them. What was that?
A taste of his own medicine.
Nicely done. That's right, you lumbering louts.
He's faltering.
A few more hits to do the job.
Goodness! A second troll. Did you two take on a fully grown troll? By yourselves?
I suppose so. It's all a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Merlin's beard. Are you all right?
We are, and we were glad to help.
I'd say help is a bit of an understatement. Nerve like that. The makings of an aura, if you ask me. If you are unharmed, perhaps the two of you wouldn't mind helping me put a few things back to where they were.
Of course, officer.
Singer. Officer Singer. And thank you, again.
Reparo.
Well,
Good as new.
I would be bothered if it was anything more than just a flick of a wand.
I'll go and see what he wants.
Revelio. Accio.
Didn't work on that one. Hengist of Woodcroft. This statue is of Hufflepuff Hengist of Woodcroft, believed to be the founder of the village of Hogsmeade, after having been driven from his home by Muggle persecutors.
Reparo. One less thing for Officer Singer to worry about. Lucky they didn't do more damage. Reparo.
Glorious.
Mr. Hill was just singing your praises.
Gladrag's mannequin. Unlike the enchanted mannequins favored by students for dueling practice, the mannequins at Gladrag serve only as a means to display the latest in wizarding fashion. A poacher coat. Alright then. As cool as that is, it would genuinely give me nightmares.
Hello, sir. I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to introduce myself, Augustus Hill, clothier extraordinaire. I should like to thank you for your remarkable bravery in fighting those trolls, and not to mention your help restoring Hogsmeade to its rightful state.
I was happy to help.
Frankly, you deserve an Order of Merlin. But I can offer you something much more useful. I own Gladrag's wizardware, and among my inventory are some unique items that afford certain protections, as it were. Life-saving protections. And as I suspect this won't be your last dangerous encounter, I'd like to give you one such set of robes, in thanks for what you did today.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. That's very generous of you.
It's the least I can do. Now, let's try this on for size, shall we?
What else does he have? I mean, nothing I probably could just get by exploring more.
I'd say we've earned a butterbeer or two, wouldn't you? Might help me forget that I was almost pulverized by a troll.
I'd say that I agree with you.
Perfect. The 3 broomsticks is just this way.
I sell even more battle-worthy items. Should you be inclined, you're most welcome to peruse my shop at your leisure.
Assuming it isn't utter bedlam in there, you might even meet Sirona, the owner. She's a good one to know.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who's this child? What are you not telling me?
All you need to know is that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
Let's go.
Did they see us?
110,000% yes,
so.
they saw
What was
you.
that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood?
Ranrock is working with Rookwood.
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Quickly, let's get inside the 3 broomsticks.
It's a treat to see you, Lord Gok. I shall let you know if I hear anything.
Thank you, Sirona.
You be well. Now, what can I... Oh, there's a face I haven't seen before.
It's my first time here.
Welcome. Butterbeer's on me. Heard about the attack. I shall be looking in on the other shopkeepers and residents shortly. Glad to see you two escaped injury.
Thanks to this one. Single-handedly took down a troll.
Is that right? Well done.
Yeah, I saw Sebastian get
My
ragdolled by it.
I will say, trolls in Hogsmeade. That's never happened before. Something's not right. The only brutes we usually have to deal with are... How timely.
Was that Lodgok I saw leaving just now? Your clientele's not what it used to be, Sirona.
Not to worry, Victor. Once the 2 of you leave, the caliber of my clientele will greatly improve. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Theophilus.
Come now. No need for theatrics. I'm only here for this one anyway.
My friend is enjoying a well-earned butterbeer.
Only want a quick word.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said, my friend is busy.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day. Come, Theophilus. The 3 broomsticks isn't what it used to be. Let's take our galleons elsewhere. Can't drink butterbeer forever.
Seems you've made an unfortunate enemy. Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are worse than any troll you might encounter.
Trolls? Ranrock and Rookwood? What are you not telling me?
I promise to tell you everything. But it's perhaps best I do that later.
And on that note, I think we should head back to the castle.
Revelio.
The Three Broomsticks, currently run by Serona Ryan, allegedly as old as Hogsmeade itself, the Three Broomsticks is the long-standing gathering spot for villagers and Hogwarts students who want to enjoy a butterbeer or fire whiskey. Did I already come up here? No. Pretty sure it's locked up further.
I'm certainly glad Serona was there. Told you she was one of the good ones.
I can see that. She didn't seem at all intimidated by Rookwood and Harlow.
I think you'll need to tell me why Victor Rookwood has you in his sights. But we can talk later. For the moment, we should return to the castle. Professor Weasley's certain to hear about the troll attack soon if she hasn't already. Don't want to risk another detention for getting back after hours.
Fast travel to the common room. Can do. Come and see me. I've discovered something in the locket we found at Gringotts.
He's absolutely sweet on me.
I don't think I got the blue flame by his classroom yet. Yes, I did. Let's go. Professor Fig, as if my schedule wasn't congested enough, the Ministry has charged me with arranging the rather inconvenient arrival of a new student at Hogwarts. A fifth year, if you can believe. Professor Weasley insists that they will need an escort and a mentor to help them acclimatize before term begins. I have assigned the task to you. Please see Professor Weasley for details. Professor Phineas Nigellus Black, Headmaster.
Revelio. Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow, like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how?
Seems dark.
And
Where?
why
The
send
tavern
trolls
or
to-
the
They were there because of me.
the hall?
I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade with Rookwood.
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me, and he would have, had Serona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. The restricted section, to be precise. And a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we
If
should
you're
be
at
prepared
Hogwarts.
for anything. Once
And
you've honed
literally
your
anything can
defensive
happen in the
magic
library at
further,
Hogwarts.
come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
There are
Handy
also
resource
side
indeed,
quests.
your field guide.
Oh, they're over here. Or not, they're above me. Where are...
For all eternity.
What? Oh.
Hello there. Perhaps you can help.
Hello. Were you calling me?
I was, yes. Thought perhaps a fellow Hufflepuff might have the perseverance to join me in a bit of an adventure. Following a treasure map, to be precise. Slight respite from battling the odd troll, I should think. Asked Poppy if she'd be interested as well, but couldn't drag her away from her puff skein. I found 2 maps lying about, both leading to locations around Hogwarts. Care to have a look at one?
Following a Hogwarts treasure map. Count me in.
Wonderful. Hogwarts fascinates me. You can keep whatever treasure lies at the end of your map. I'll be satisfied just knowing where it leads.
Very well. I shall take a look if I can find the time.
Fair enough. Meet me back here if you find anything.
If only a new student were to help me with my...
Are you all right?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Everyone hates you? Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
I haven't much interest in a game that sprays you with odors.
Only if you lose, which I never do. Or at least, not often. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Sounds as if you caused a smelly situation and they responded accordingly.
I didn't make the rules. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented 5th year to help me.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Can't see it from here.
Here. Oh, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about. There's the fountain. I'm getting closer.
The Daedalian keys are back.
Is everything all right?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm Nellie, by the way. I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumor is that a former headmistress, Professor Moll, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years. You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Yeah, you have the
Each key
option
will
when you
lead
finish
to a
the
locked
quest of
cabinet
collecting them
somewhere in
all,
the
of whether or
castle.
not to give them back to
If
her.
you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I hope you do. In fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower. You should listen for them. I hope you follow a few keys at least. If you manage to open a cabinet, I'd love to know what you find, if anything.
I need to go
I'd die of embarrassment if my...
this way. I think. Maybe not. Hold on. This is what I'm trying to do.
Really don't. I'm sure I'll be fine.
This stairwell looks promising. Lumos. This looks like the portrait from the map. Now, where's the treasure? Aha! There was a doorway hidden within the portrait. I wonder what came of Arthur's search.
And just to avoid the constant, I should keep an eye out for those gobstones. I'm gonna go ahead and do this now. It's 8 and 1, so I need a 4, which is the owl on a branch. It's a fooper, I think is what it's actually called. 16, so 5. Fantastic.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Well, there's one.
Leviosa!
Oh, wrong way. 17, so 6. And then 6 and 7. Ooh, a Thestral statue. That's cool. Yeah, she wasn't kidding. They really did put these super high up.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Troll armor. This unusual suit of armor is crafted for a troll. That it has survived at all is astonishing, since trolls do not ordinarily wear armor and would understandably be prone to smashing it in confusion or anger.
Revelio.
Goblet of Fire casket. The Goblet of Fire rests within this ancient, jewel-encrusted chest. The goblet has served as a means of selecting champions for the Tri-Wizard tournament since the contest's establishment in the late 13th century.
Accio.
There's one.
Revelio.
Absolutely dreading it.
Trophy room. This room contains the house cup, Quidditch trophies, dueling trophies, and other awards given at the school. Students who step out of line can be found polishing the silver here, by hand, as a reminder of the value of hard work. Hogwarts Herbology Award. In recognition of exemplary skill in the field of herbology, Hogwarts bestows this special award upon 7th year Hufflepuff, Mirabelle Garlick, from mandrakes to mistletoe and bubotubers to bouncing bulbs. Her work with flora has exceeded all expectations.
A beginner's guide to transfiguration.
Revelio.
Okay.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Three. I'm missing 3.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Thanks for letting me know. I was already doing that. But I'm glad my character remembers what we're doing.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
And 3. My god. Oh. Whoa.
Revelio.
Arithmancy classroom. This classroom is where students learn about the magical properties of numbers and numerology. Though a great many opt instead to spend the period counting mooncalves whilst nodding off at their desks. So 6. And 1. Four. And 5. I'm getting stuck on everything. No, please. Nice.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
I'm working on it. Only 2 more, and then I'll never have to hear that line again. Please get down. Thank you. It all depends. Like, there's some days where I'm way more enthusiastic about... Wait, is it in the Ravenclaw? Oh. Like, I get hyper-fixated on things. So right now, this one's my hyper-fixation, so I've been really grinding the game.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Where in the... Wasn't I already here? But other times you'll find me way more enthusiastic and excited about Tomb Raider. If they were releasing a new Tomb Raider game, I'd probably be like over the moon about it. I think it's probably because I've played through all the current Tomb Raider games more than a couple of times. And while, yeah, I've played through this a few times, it's still... Sometimes it still feels like I'm playing it for the first time.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's
I missed this one.
That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her.
And hopefully never have to talk to her again. But I would definitely say I probably prefer Tomb Raider over this. Generally speaking. Mostly because Tomb Raider was a really big inspiration for me when I was a kid.
Really? I didn't think it was possible. However did you do it?
Common sense and basic magic.
Well, may I have my gobstones back?
I'm afraid I've decided to keep them. That'll teach you to stink up your classmates.
What? You'd keep my prized collection for yourself?
Yes. Finders keepers, I'm afraid.
I knew it! You're just as bad as everyone else. I hate this school. You'll all be sorry when I learn some more spells.
Will I, though? And I still got the quest reward. She still gave me a wand handle. She was like, fine, I guess you found them. Goofy ass looking robe. Oh, that's right. I have to do the side quest of going to speak with the professor. Who is... right here, I think? Maybe. Possibly. Yes.
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio. You know where to find me once you've finished.
Seems Crossed Wands isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
I also need to go up the astronomy tower to turn in one quest and to finish another.
Revelio.
Lachlan the Lanky. This statue depicts the wizard Lachlan the Lanky, a tall, slender wizard who appears quite proud of himself for what precisely? No one knows. I don't think we can do anything about that until we get to Pulso.
It was an accident.
Was it?
Come now, Annabelle. It was a long time ago. Let us keep our heads about this. Go.
Glad you could make it.
Leviosa.
It's just over there.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for Crossed Wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I seem to have a knack for dueling.
Then you've come to the right place.
How does Crossed Wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you could duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up. Act like a winner.
Levioso.
Is that all you've got?
What's a duel? Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. In fact, the second duel is ready when you are. And as a fully initiated member, you now have access to the official Crossed Wands training dummy. Very good way to master spell combinations. Come and see me, and I'll set it up. Again, congratulations on your first Crossed Wands victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Lucan, please walk just a little faster. Or can I actually start from here? I can. Let's do the training dummy
Hello,
first.
Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know. Nicely done.
Levioso.
Excellent form.
Levioso. Accio.
That's it. I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of Crossed Wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Are you dueling with a partner?
I'll be dueling solo.
Then let's get to it.
Ready to get thrashed?
Apologies in advance.
Levioso. Take.
Come on.
Accio.
Stupefy. Potato. Don't shy away now.
Levioso.
I'm genuinely trying to target the right person.
Levioso.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso. Accio.
Mind the one.
Potato. Stupefy.
You're better than that.
Potato.
Levioso.
Act like a winner.
Stupefy.
More.
Potato. Stupefy. Levioso.
There goes my wager. Glad I didn't bet on that round.
Bravo.
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
I think That's everything I needed. Yes.
Assignment's all finished.
Okay, let's also actually... I'm gonna go turn in this quest.
I did say I was sorry.
And you also went on to do the exact same thing.
Accio!
What have you learned?
Hello, Arthur. Thought you might like to know that my map led to a doorway hidden within a portrait.
Oh, how clever! Mine led to the boathouse. Barely found the treasure before I saw the headmaster coming. He shooed me out of there, but not before I got a few galleons richer. What did you find?
I found what I believe is an authentic historian's uniform.
Oh, that's lucky. Seems as though we both had success. Glad I enlisted you to join me. Well, on to the next Hogwarts mystery. Wonder if a quick rummage round...
Levioso!
Then we want to unlock the keys if we're ever going to get the really special house robe.
A Daedalian key. Wonder where it might lead me. There's the cabinet. How do I get this key in there? Got it. An old coin. Perhaps Nellie knows what it means.
Last week, I performed a new reversal.
I trust Mr. Brattleby was...
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor?
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement. Concentrate, and keep your wand steady.
Glorious.
Good work. To practice in the classroom before you go. I've set
Nope.
up a few targets.
I'm good, Professor.
Were you able to follow one of the Daedalian keys?
Hello, Nellie. I managed to get a Daedalian key into its lock.
Brilliant. What did you find in the cabinet?
A curious token of some sort.
Looks like some sort of house token. I bet it unlocks house chests.
I call them house chests. I've seen the one in Gryffindor and heard they're also in the other common rooms as well. Keep an eye out. I do hope you continue on. For so much effort, the prize must be something grand.
I should see this through and find the Hufflepuff house chest.
I wonder if you might be able to help me with a small...
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
Oh, that's nice to hear. I've had my share of adventure. I hope my reputation's warranted.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case, you are precisely the person I need. You see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
Surely you're joking. You can't possibly be afraid of a puffskein.
It may seem irrational to you, but my experience with them has been most upsetting. They eat bogies, you know. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskein Dunkeen.
I'm sorry, but you have to admit that's rather clever.
I do not have to admit that. Everett said the same thing. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes.
You'd be right.
Rumor
I
has
can't
it
fix my own
that
car.
The herbology professor before Professor Garlick kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore. I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
Very well. If I'm in the area, perhaps I shall take a look.
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and find me if you get the proof. I shall be forever in your debt.
And so we're going to Professor first. Yeah, I can change my spark plugs, I can change the oil, and I can refill my power steering, but beyond that, I'd probably struggle as far as a car is concerned. Unless I was a wizard, because then you just have to say reparo. Fixes everything.
Ah, there you are.
Actually, hold that thought, Professor. I think there's a chest in here I want.
Revelio.
Ooh! Whoa. That's snazzy.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Hecat.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But, Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea. Sebastian, there you are.
There you are. You promised me an explanation for what happened in the Three Broomsticks. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
Seems he's working with Ranrock. And Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts.
Ranrock? And when were you at Gringotts?
Professor Fig and I ended up there after the dragon attack. It's quite the tale. Fig had this port key.
Port key? To Gringotts? I'm not sure I follow.
I barely follow myself, and I was there.
Well, maybe if you didn't interrupt me, maybe you
would.
would.
An ancient vault where we found a map. That map leads to the restricted section.
You can't be serious.
Deadly serious. Professor Fig has insisted that I not tell a soul about any of this. I've probably said too much.
Understood. Your secret's safe with me. Whatever it is.
Thank you, Sebastian. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight, and tell no one.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The Disillusionment Charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
And isn't the cloak supposed to be a Deathly Hallow?
Quietly now.
Almost got found out immediately. Oh.
Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
Damn. You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me?
There's no way she doesn't see you there.
The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
You distract, I get the key. Understood.
I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Why did I have to cast it twice?
Is someone there? Is that you,
Oh.
Reeves?
Professor Black, might I suggest a ban on magic in the library? Someone has been sneaking into the restricted section, and Cressida Bloom seems to think of the library as her own personal arena in which to practice her latest incantations. It is most disruptive. One might consider Peeves tame by comparison to such antics.
The key. Here
I
it
would
is.
hardly consider Peeves tame. By any comparison.
That wasn't so difficult after all. Now, to find that book? Revelio.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say.
Yes, the invisible cloak was in the Sorcerer's Stone.
Ghost, don't let her see you.
Revelio.
Should be in the clear now. No need for us to be stopped. We must remain unseen.
I thought there was a chest over there.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think you'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No, we've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
$46 isn't too bad. Trying to remember what food it is that helps with memory. Isn't it fish? As long as you're eating plenty of fish, I think you're good.
Who have we here? Sebastian Sallow.
Yeah, Big Coffee Bean is a very, very big fan of Harry Potter, more so than myself. Most of the knowledge I have of Harry Potter comes from Big Coffee Bean.
Peeves, don't you...
I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
How do I know you won't go to the librarian and blame this all on me?
Why would I do that? I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where's that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor.
Lord of the Rings. That's fair. I can't say I was like a massive fan of either one. I liked them both. But it's also really difficult for me to sit still and actually watch a movie.
Revelio. Of course. Traces of ancient magic. There must be more to this room. That's it.
My gear slots are full. Sick and twisted. My therapist thinks it might be ADHD, but I've never been,
Where might this lead?
actually fully tested for it. So I can't claim that I am.
Not surprising. Guards at the ready.
Are you gonna... Hello? But they did say it would explain a lot of the symptoms I have. That's how you reach this.
This must be the way forward. But to where?
I have tried lavender. My biggest problem is I've had really bad insomnia since I was a kid. So I've tried valerian root, I've tried lavender, I've tried a lot of things.
Best keep my wits about me.
NyQuil stopped working at one point. Melatonin didn't work. But coffee has never really changed. How, like any of the issues I was having, it never really changed any of them. I do try to make sure I don't have as much coffee as I used to. Yeah, a dark roast is less caffeine and a blonde roast is way more. I can drink dark roast
After all.
usually with milk, preferably. Like, I can drink all of my coffee black, no problem. But with dark roast, I usually will have milk, and then a blonde roast, I'll usually drink black on its own. I remember being really surprised when I started working as a barista, finding out that dark roast was less caffeine. But it made more sense when they explained it, because the more you roast it, the less caffeine it'll have. The amount of coffee I drink now is significantly less than what I used to, though. I used to work 3 jobs, so I would have about, I think, 12 shots of espresso in a day during that time. But now I have like 1 cup of coffee for a day and I'm good.
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald? Professor Rackham?
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood? Professor Bakar?
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we have never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Are they not going to remark on the fact that she didn't agree to that?
Sebastian!
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
There was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
Alright. Unfortunately, on that note, I do gotta call it here. Because I am starving, and Big Coffee being made us dinner, and I have yet to eat. I will be live tomorrow, though, because I think tomorrow is Thursday? Maybe? Possibly? Yes. Tomorrow's Thursday. So I'll be live tomorrow since I wasn't live on Monday. I mean, I'm happy to continue playing this. So if anyone would like to see anything different, let me know in a comment. And I will see you all next time. As always, you are oh so very wonderful. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me. And I hope to see you then. Bye!